Welcome back, millionaires. Guess what? This is the bonus video where I will be teaching you how to acquire some passive income. You might think passive income costs a lot of money. If you want to buy an apartment to rent, that costs money. If you want to create an intellectual property asset, that costs money and time. If you want to buy a bond of a corporation, that costs money too. There's one investment you can do with very little money, which is buying a dividend-paying stock.
I'm a millionaire. Uncle Tony in the house, y'all.
For example, stocks like AT&T, Verizon, etc., their share price is not that much. Today we're going to analyze AT&T, which share price is always hovering between $28 and $32. Right now it's trading around $29, and we're going to use the $29 price to give you an example how you can acquire some passive income, and also what effects that investment will have over the years. Now, I guess you have $29 to spend or to invest, and I want to show you what to do with that amount of money. Very well, get ready and let's do our first passive income investment. Remember, action, action. Let's do it. Here it is. I'm using a $100,000 annual salary as an example. If your salary is more than $100,000 or less than $100,000, just adjust the amount in the spreadsheet that I will provide you in the course so you can project your passive income and potential earnings throughout the first year and through the years. In this example, the person is earning $100,000. We have a 25% savings rate, and he's a permanent millionaire. He's saving 25%. And we're going to make an example of purchasing one stock that's worth $29. So with the $25,000, if we divide that by $29, we can purchase around 864 shares per year of that dividend-paying stock. Now, I want to use the example of AT&T because it's a very inexpensive stock. It's always around $30. And here we can see through the years, starting in 2010, that AT&T has been constantly paying a dividend on time every 3 months, and it's also raising its dividend. As you can see, in 2010 it was paying around 42 cents. 2011 they raised it to 43 cents. 2012 to 44, 13 to 45, blah 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 blah. And now we are in 2020. Now AT&T is paying 52 cents per share. That is quite a nice dividend to have for such an inexpensive stock. Now, in this example, I'm only going to use AT&T stock. But in order to be diversified or diversified, you might want to look into purchasing not only AT&T stock, but a plethora of dividend stocks. I normally, in my own personal portfolio, I have around 35 dividend-paying stocks that I like because I like to divide my investments and diversify just in case something happens. Of course, I own AT&T in my portfolio. I also own Verizon, McDonald's, Walmart, Pfizer, etc. But for this example, it's easier for me to make it if we only use one stock and see what happens. So here it is. So if we save $25,000 a year, that means we can roughly purchase about 72 stocks per month, right? And that will give us around a savings of around $2,000 for the first month, a little bit more, almost $2,100. And every single month that we get paid, what we learn in the course, Caps in Piga, we take that percentage of our salary and we purchased more and more and more stocks. So at the end of the first year, we would have taken our $25,000, invested into this example of AT&T stock. We would own 864 shares of AT&T, paying us a monthly dividend of 17 cents. So the first year we would already have almost $1,000 of passive income, which is amazing. Right now, you probably have zero passive income, and you are very close to having $1,000 of passive income in your first year. Now let's see what happens if we are constantly repeating this. Remember CAPS in PIGA, constant savings invested in passive income generating assets. Constant and permanent savings, CAPS, in invested PIGA, passive income generating assets. So let's see what happens if we do CAPS in PIGA for a long time. Here we can see that the $1,000 that we got from our dividends, we used those dividends to purchase an additional 34 shares because we had extra $1,000 laying around. And also we purchased another 862 shares in that year, plus we already owned 164 shares from our first year, and now we own 1,760 shares. If AT&T pays us a $2.08 dividend, so this is what our second year, we would be getting around $3,659 of passive income. If you remember, we had only $900 the first year, and this is the magic of compounding, because we used our dividends to buy more shares, and we kept saving money and investing those savings into more and more shares. Now the value of our savings is up to $51,000, which is amazing. And here I did a projection because, of course, stocks normally go up every single year. And the average for the S&P is around 7 or 8%. So I wanted to make it a little bit more conservative, and I only expected the price of the stock to rise 6% a year. And also here, I'm projecting a dividend increase very similar to the same percentages that AT&T has raised their dividends previously. Normally, companies, as if they keep making more money, they will be increasing their dividend payout every single year. And here, it's beautiful because you can see that after doing this in 10 years, our passive income, it's going to be amazing. We're going to have almost $40,000 a year of passive income. The value of our savings is going to be worth $637,000, and we would own almost $13,000 of AT&T stock. Of course, once again, I would diversify into different stocks. I wouldn't have all my money in AT&T, but for this example, I'm using AT&T. In 10 years, probably the dividend of AT&T will not be $2. It was probably going to be $2.96 projected, and the share price of AT&T is probably going to be already $49 instead of the current $29 that we have right now. And if we do this for another 10 years, which is unbelievable, we would own almost 35,000 stock of AT&T, giving us $151,000 a year of passive income without having to do anything. And the value of our savings will be $2.5 million. Remember, the only way to becoming a permanent millionaire is to do things on a permanent basis. CAPS, constant savings, permanent savings. I can't emphasize this enough. You have to do this every single month. And you have to take those savings and invest them. Invest them in passive income generating assets. Of course, you don't have to put everything into dividend paying stocks. You can take part of your savings and buy an apartment to rent. You can create a intellectual property. You can invest on a company. Let's say you want to buy a car wash or a gas station that pays you passive income, or you want to buy some bonds giving you some nice interest. The key is to diversify. But this is a clear example how with very little money, with $30, you can start getting some passive income in your life. And there's nothing easier than grabbing your little finger, clicking buy on your trading platform. Hopefully you're using Tastyworks, which is the trading platform that I use and that I love. Plus the commissions are unbelievably cheap. And you can start making passive income every single month. I hope you enjoyed this bonus video, and remember, you have to take action. Use what you have learned in this course to take action. Action means taking your savings on a constant and permanent basis and investing them into passive income generating assets. Once again, you can email me, DM me on Twitter, on Instagram. You can send me an email. You can do whatever you want. I'll always be there to answer your questions. And thank you very much again for purchasing the course. And good luck. Remember, you gotta risk it to get the biscuit. And let's go become permanent millionaires.
Permanent millionaire.